Hey everyone, welcome to day 48. If you didn't catch up on last time, yesterday talked about what I've been doing for the past 2 weeks and started to plan how I'm going to start up. And today's probably going to be a continuation of the brainstorming. But first, before that, from my brainstorming, I realized that actually, where did I have that? Yeah, here, initial plan. So I want to prepare to freelance as soon as possible. The reason being I have bills to pay and I also need some capital to work on whatever idea I have. Setting up like the back end servers, any other services I need to pay for, it's going to cost some money. And yeah, so I need to have some money just in case there's an opportunity that comes up that I need money to work on. And yeah, so freelancing ASAP. Goal is seeing if I can, having like a test run in April, seeing if I can make some money, ideally around 2K. If so, it's probably going to be a sustainable path. If not, give it another go in May. Keep in mind, during these 2 months, I am going to be also working as a PhD student. I'm also going to be TAing, working on my health, which means like exercising every day, other routines that I need to take a part of that I need to do every day. So there's going to be a lot going on. Going to try to make it work. And yeah, so if at the end of May I realize freelancing may not be the way for me, like I'm just not cut for this, or I'm not doing something right and I just don't have the time, and I don't know if I can make it towards the end of June. If I can make it towards the end of June, I'll give it another month. If I can't, probably going to have to cut my losses and prepare to enter industry. So work at like a place like Costco, which is hiring iOS developers, or Microsoft, or I don't know, like Zillow or Redfin probably. So somewhere where the minimum hours per week is around 30 to 40 hours. Yeah, so in those places easily pay close to $100,000. I can definitely pay off rent, pay off any loans I have, and start to build up capital. So that was one thing. The second the second part or thing, I always mix up my words like that. The second part that I need to work on is I need to start up. So I don't want to just put it on the back burner and always have things that take priority over starting up. And one way to do that, to show that commitment for myself, is, what do you say? What's the word? Incorporating, or choosing like the business structure and filing the papers for that. And so yesterday I was wondering, should I do like an LLC? I don't know. I don't think LLTD, LLC. Yeah, I don't even know where I got this one. Limited. I don't know. LLC or some sort of incorporation. And so yesterday I was doing some basic research, and that's what I'm actually going to work on right now. Yeah, so part of this video, we're going to be going through the process of setting up an LLC. We're in USA, so you may have different business structures in whatever country you're at. And yeah, so setting up an LLC, we'll get to that. And then in parallel to that, reviewing a lot of the courses and resources that I found. And by reviewing, I just mean I have a very long list. Don't have time to just go through everything. I don't want to do paralysis through analysis. So I just want to review everything. There's probably 100 of them. Take 10 minutes. That's probably going to take me like 10 hours. But in that point, to get to the point where I sort of have a solid idea of what I need what are good resources for now versus what I might come back to in the future versus what I don't need. So answer these questions, prioritize them. And in parallel to all of this, I also have just a bunch of files, a bunch of links to videos, articles, bunch of things that I thought at some point might be interesting or useful. And this can actually take a very long time. And I don't want to get stuck in that. So my point right now is just, let me just categorize it. So use ChatGPT, help me organize the files or the links into buckets and see what's important now. Everything else, just throw it in a file, in a folder somewhere, and come back to it maybe in the future. Yeah, so that's essentially the plan right now. This startup stuff is basically getting in the right headspace, getting myself set up. This part is a supplement to the startup, but it's essentially how can we make pursuing a startup sustainable? Although I do have runway for, I think it was like 5 months after I graduate, the chances of me having a good idea and being able to act on it in 5 months is very slim, because the only money I am going to have is for rent. So I need some side money, and freelancing is the best way. I have complete autonomy. I can develop the skills I need to develop, that I want to develop for startups, and use that to help other people. So it seems like the best outcome for now. So let's get started into setting up my business. So choosing a structure. I just want to review some of the learnings that I had. Essentially, in the USA, there are several ways to do it, to set up a business structure. And the first one is sole proprietorship. This is essentially you're selling your services or a product in your own name. You don't need to set up anything. You're purchasing items, selling them. And imagine, for example, setting up an eBay, buying things at yard sales, selling it on eBay. Sole proprietorship, you don't have any business entity. Your taxes and stuff are just your personal taxes. And the thing about this, though, is that you are personally liable if, let's say, you have debts. Collectors want to come after you for your debts. It's your personal debt. And if you sell something that hurts someone, they try to sue you, you're personally liable. So they can come after you. They can come after your assets, your home, your car, anything you own. That I don't want to do. I don't want to sell apps in my own name. I don't want to do anything in my own name. I'm just sort of like a prepare for the worst case type of person. And so I want to set this up as soon as possible, start selling apps through the LLC, which I'll get to why an LLC. Next one is partnership. So here, I believe partnerships can be set up either as sort of proprietorships, where it's in one person's name and they're personal. They can be personally liable, or they can be limited liability partnership. And the thing is, though, with partnerships, one person's in charge, I believe. One person's like the head of the household almost. And so if there's some disagreements, that main person's going to have the last word. And it's not even applicable to me. So that's just some information. The next one's limited liability company, one of the most common. It's great because, as it says here, protects you from personal liability. Personal assets aren't at risk in case your LLC faces bankruptcy or lawsuits. So this is one I'm thinking about. And then there's corporations. There's C Corp, S Corp, then a few other ones, which I'm not too familiar with, didn't want to dig into, because the main two ones that big companies and big companies like Microsoft and Tesla, SpaceX, whatever, the main manners that they use is either C Corp, being the main one for the big companies, the big ballers, or limited LLCs. And I think, for example, Jay-Z's Rock Nation is an LLC. I think Spanx, which is $1 billion company, is an LLC or was an LLC at some point. And also LLCs can convert to C Corp and can be taxed as C Corp. The only difference, I think, between C Corp and LLC is C Corp has the way it's structured. You can have shares. You can give shares or sell shares to raise funds or to employees for financial incentives, to incentivize employees. So C Corp is great for that. So that's why a lot of the big companies do it, to sell shares and equity in the company. Limited liability companies are a little bit more difficult to do that, although I think I read that it's possible. You just need like the right papers from lawyers. But I guess at this point, C Corp has a lot more requirements. You need to have annual, I think, meetings and reports. It might be a little bit more complicated in terms of like the structure to set up, maintain, the fees. For attorneys, right now I'm broke and I'm just starting off. My first few ideas are probably going to be apps, and I don't need a C Corp for that. So just starting off, probably going to be the easy route, LLC. This I know is a lot more maintainable. I know there's like easy, accessible tax programs. So if I can't find a good attorney or a good accountant, I'm probably going to be okay with the common, accessible softwares and services that are available at the moment. Once I know that I'm bringing in more people, that I'm making some progress, I'm probably going to transition to C Corp. But until then, this seems like it's easiest, quickest, and just to hit the ground running. And it can convert into C Corp, so works perfectly. So considering that, I'm going to go for a LLC with my eye on C Corp sometime in the future. And I think one point of hesitation or concern just in general with either of these is finding like the right attorneys and the right accountants. I personally have just used H&R Block, so my closest relation with any accountant is as much as anybody else's. So that's one concern. How am I going to find a startup accountant or a startup attorney that really understands where I'm going, that's also affordable at the moment? But now I don't really have anything. I don't have any services, any products I'm selling, so I don't need to worry about that at the moment. That's more in the future. I'll think about it later. And probably write down when I should think about it, because I know everyone says I'll think about it later, but honestly right now I don't have anything I'm selling, any services, so it's actually not a concern. It's just a waste of time to think about it too much. So now that LLCs is the clear route, how do we go about implementing it, or how do we go about actually what do you call it? How do you go about actually registering? Yeah, there we go. So for that, I'm going to the Washington website, filing from my own state, and actually I can show. So I'll probably share my notes here, but SBA has more resources on how to choose between them. and this nice table about the different structures. Yeah, so let's see. I'm trying to find because I don't know where I got the idea that it needs to be filed through your state and not through like the federal government. You'll need to register your business, pay taxes, get licenses and permits. When you calculate, take into account the different costs include salaries, minimum wages. Oh, yeah, to consider all of that. Yeah, there's just gonna be a big learning curve. Let's see. Yeah, so maybe not show this website as much. Or actually, okay, I'm gonna pause it and start a new Firefox. Okay, so I know that LLCs, or any of them, I think, are incorporated or set up by state, and you can set it up in any state. However, there's like certain trade-offs. What's this? Do you know your monthly fixed first month's rent? Yes, I'm not renting any place. I don't need security deposits. I am curious about licenses and permits. If I even need that. And then signage and software. No, so I personally know what that could be. I don't think I need legal fees. I will encounter legal fees, but I'm not sure. Office space. Yeah, so those are just things that I know I can calculate as I go. So register your business. Find out if you need to register your business with state and local governments. Yeah, so this is where it says it. Yeah, so there's that, and then choose your business name, entity name, DBA doing a business. Yeah, so I am gonna, I should just move this out of the way. So I am going to, where do I have this? So my goal is to register and then domain name. So those are the two tasks I plan to do right now. Domain name, I need to accredited register. Let's actually keep this. I want to find I've been using like GoDaddy and Squarespace, but I don't know if they're the best. So where did I write those tasks? Register for domain name. We have that. And register your business name. Register with federal agencies. Don't need to register to become other than simply filing to get a tax ID. Yeah, so implementing structure, we need to Register states. Government. Let's see. So we're not just writing down anything that's relevant. You'll need to register with the state. Physical presence. Most states allow you to register online. Yep, that's what we're going to do. And I know one common practice is to register in Delaware because they have a lot better tax tax benefits. However, I think I was looking on Reddit and people were saying that it's basically like shooting yourself in the foot because the costs of dealing with the taxes and logistics of conducting business in one state but being registered in Delaware can actually cost more. So that's something I do want to learn about in the future, but for now, it's whatever. Yeah, so it's actually a very solid website that I'll have here. Register your business. So yeah, when you get a registered agent before you file, yep. Okay, so before we even file, before filing, get a registered agent. Command 2. There we go. So before filing, we need to get a registered agent. I don't think I talked about this, but a registered agent essentially just receives official papers and legal documents. You need someone who is available during business hours, so I think it's like 9 to 5. Well, don't quote me on that, but is available during business working hours every single day at a specific location. And unless you are constantly at your office and want to give the information for your office or location, some people can use their home, and you want that like available to the public, then typically you can use a registered agent. And a registered agent just receives your legal documents and your official papers. They forward it to you. Yeah, so yesterday I was looking into it. Typically it's around $100, under 200. And yeah, so that's actually the first thing we need to do before filing. Conducts business in more than one state. You might need or in then where your business is active, huh? If does LLC need to file application for app development? You should only in the case if you're opening an office, store, or warehouse. Learn more. Formed in a state other than the states. back is messed up. What state to file in as an app developer? Yeah, so that's fine. It seems like we don't need to. Where were we? File for foreign. Yep. We don't need that. Will be less than 300. Washington, I believe, is like 200. Business name, business location, ownership. So for an LLC, what we need are these two documents as well. Yeah, so actually we're going to need these at filing. So we need to get a registered agent. We need to get other documents. Implementing the LLC structure. Articles of organization, and then we have LLC operating agreement. And I think there are some websites that they just provide templates for you when you file with them. But my take is I want to not have to pay like an extra $100, $200 for something that is straightforward enough with some research, which we're doing. And it's always great to understand what goes into something like this. And so this is giving us like behind the scenes. So we know LLC, we have articles of organization is a simple document that describes the basics of your LLC. Includes business information like the company name. Yeah, that's fine. We can do that. Is a simple document, basics of the LLC. So this part is what I'm not sure about. And operating agreement describes the structure. It defines how key are made as well as each member's to create one to protect yourself even if your state doesn't mandate it. Yeah, so I think protecting it means about well, I'll see. I assume it means when you have an LLC with multiple people, but I'm not sure how this can differ if you don't do it. What can change if you don't do it? Some states require you to register, check with to determine what's required in your area. So that's, yeah, we'll check that one. Choose your business name. Don't need this one. Don't need this one. So register, typically you don't need to register to actually form. You might need a file. Yeah, so we need registered, fill out documents. And then I want to understand this. The one thing about having a dog is hairs everywhere. Understand what licenses and permits are needed. And yeah, I'll leave the other ones as is. Register with your local agencies, stay up to date. Check with your local tax office or franchise. Ooh, what's this? Get local assistance. Should I write this? I'll put the University of Washington. Export assistance. What's this? Main office. Provide services, funding, programs, disaster recovery, areas we serve. Washington State. Interesting. Okay, so this was one thing that we were looking into. This one, and oh man, all of this is actually important. Let's see. Manage your finances. Gonna need that in the future, probably. Useful to know. Buying assets. Yep, that's also important. I know that. I know that. Oh, I don't know it, but I don't need it right now. Hire employees. Get more funding. Yeah, that could be important. Ooh, this one seems interesting. Become federal export products. What about minority-owned businesses? What can I get? Counseling and training. We'll look at that later. Establish business. Calculate. Fund your business. Get business insurance. Open a business account. Apply for licenses. Yeah, so let's see here. You needed to pay. Open a bank. After you register for business, apply for any. So we do this, register for business, and then after, let's actually remove this and register business. Okay, so that was a resource for there. I'll leave that in this section, and then command 2 here is going to be after registering. We're gonna get state and federal and state tax IDs, and which was here, so register a business and then applying for licenses. Agriculture, we don't have agriculture. No beer. Aviation, nope. Nuclear energy, what? Transportation and logistics, no. States, let's see. State permits. If you will be one of the following, you must file with before filing. Yeah, so it's going to be limited or liability. physical presence. How to register. Okay, so this seems... So this seems like after registering. Ooh. That seems useful. But that wasn't the reason I came here. Let's see. Plan, get started. So, get licensing requirements. Do you have a minute now? What is a primary business activity? What are we doing? How do we filter? Maybe like adult movie. Software. Software. SAS. Software sales. Software support. Software developer. Let's do like app dev. No. What about like tech? Technical planner, technology consulting, X-ray technician. What could it be under? What about freelancing? Freelance illustrating now. Code. Let's stick to software development. Oh, this is a good one. Yeah, so let's do here. LLC. LLP, Massachusetts. Yeah. Next. Adults. Next. Do you know the physical address? Next. Oh, why? Let me make something up. What's like UW address? Street and 98105. So let's see, our layer is located inside the limits of Seattle. If your business has a physical presence or if you travel. Wait. You must get a city license if your business has a physical presence or into a city to provide services or sell products. If you have delivered into a city without any other. Oh, okay, cool. And yeah, so just Seattle. Wait, I forgot what the purpose of this is. So, to file your... Yeah, so have that website. They will issue us a unified business identifier. After that, we apply for a... You can apply online for all of the following items. Seed. Wait. Really? You can apply online for all of the following items. Tax registration. Apply for... I'll just do it in steps. I don't know what's going on there. So, yeah, after registering, we apply for a Washington State business license. And just to make sure, we have the other website open right here. SOSWA.gov. Yep. What's the core? Yeah. Let's see. Block. Washington State business. I'm new to selling. I don't understand if I need a business license. Yeah, so it's just a general business license from what I can tell. I was looking to see if there's like any other permits or anything else. Not necessarily that I need them, because it's pretty clear you don't need them, but more so like what's possible. In the future, like what can I do? How far can I take this? What's sort of like the scope of things? Yeah, so that's been made clear. We know this. We were here. Yeah, getting a business license in Washington. We know that. Apply for licenses. Let me double check this. I think we went through it. Yeah, we went through that. Opening a business account. So this is one thing that we're going to need to do after registering. Opening a business account. Oh, have that open right there and get business insurance. Do I need this? Accidents, natural disasters, lawsuits, general. Yeah, right now I don't think I have like much risk with applications. There are some apps that might have some exposure, but I'll just avoid those for now. Near future. Yeah, so now we have a clear sort of idea of what to do. Yeah, and then what comes after is actually how do you manage? So let's take it one step at a time. Let's not go too far down the rabbit hole. Near future, look into business insurance. But right after we register, how do you sort of run? Or not running, but like overhead? So questions I have. Let's see what questions. File. Taxes do I need? How to find a good one. So how do I file taxes? What information / receipts do I need to collect over the year? Yeah, are there like forms I should be filing every month on income that I made? Or, yeah, that part is a bit unclear. But for now, my default will be collect all receipts and all receipts, all costs, and all money that I make. LLC. What's a business? You're making something. That making something can take your time and money. So that's costs, keeping the receipts there. And in turn, you're being paid money. So just keeping receipts of what I've made. If YouTube or the App Store, Google Store, give me any receipts. What else would they require? Yeah, these are, not that many questions. There are like some legal things that I don't think I need, but I just want to understand. And let's see. So let's do in the future questions. I want to cover this. Just go over this guide. Federal tax ID. So actually, let's make that a separate one. That's over here anyways. So first, finding a registered agent. Don't need this. Ooh, this seems helpful. Resources. Get registered, license and permits. Yeah, this is actually really helpful. Open. Oh man, there's gonna be so many things. Considerations. Have you written a plan? Do you need that? Do you need... Have you decided? Yes, I have decided. What's this? Oh, okay. Yeah, so we went over this. Step 2, no, register for LLC. Once you register, be issued and sent 2 days online. We'll do online. Operating agreement. Yeah, so we need the operating agreement. Yeah, after that, licensing it's, will I have, yeah, this is actually really helpful. So I don't have any employees and I don't apply if I'm not reselling, register as a contractor, not contracting, not food handling. Yeah. So we need to go over those two. Seem really solid. So let's get started. Registered agent. Is that the name? Seattle. Let's actually save this as well. Washington. $65 a year to be your trusted. Didn't I click what's their services? Huh. I was expecting a list of services. 65, 3 scans per year. No extra, all documents uploaded. Right here. What do they do? So they're actually really cheap. This one was 125, but this one had very solid reviews. So I don't understand what the difference is. Like what is required from a registered agent, Washington? Who are these people? What does total compliance monitoring mean? I feel like these are things that you're throwing in to just, it's required, but they make it sound like it's additional things they're throwing in. Built in Washington. Choose between, yeah, they have 10 to 25 scans with our full virtual. Oh, 19 a month. 19 a month times 12. That's 181. No. 200. Okay, so let's see. Secure online account. Oh yeah, you need that. Unique suite. Suite. I don't understand the differences between their services. Registered agent. What is a registered agent? Authorized to receive service processed. Where the differences? Commercial. Does a how do I resign? Registered agent service. And actually we're at the what was that? We might have to ask ChatGPT because a lot of these are just throwing in fancy words. Should you be your company's? No, I don't want to be. Don't end with accepting lawsuits and other documents is also responsible for getting the documents to your hands. If your neglects, you can lose. Yeah, for this reason, choosing a reputable. Is who? Yeah, so it basically seems like someone that accepts my mail and sends it to me. The issue is they're making it seem complicated. Just make sure that important are received and handled promptly. There's a fly in my room. Northwest registered agent. Yeah, this is the same one. Let's get you started. Yeah. Oh, this is to help me form it as well. Let's see if I just pay. Why registered agent? Why is it cheaper? It might be cheaper to file through here. Standard 14 days. Why are they throwing in $50 for this? Yeah, it's free. This is kind of weird. I like it because it's $40 in comparison to if I just ask them to be my registered agent. So I really don't know why it's so different. Yeah, and I don't want to be like extracted, or how do you say it, like completely blind to it and just let them handle everything. And then realize that I forgot something. Yeah, I guess just hire them to be registered agent. But actually, let me keep looking. The registered agent. Is that an ad? That's the second time I've seen them. You can hire. Swipe. Documents. Mail forwarding are available. Comprehensive. Mail forwarding. All our. Wait, I'm so confused. Is our most comprehensive, a personal, a real office. Wait, what? Order registered agent. A lease? Oh, because this is the $19 a month. Business phone service. What does it mean, business phone service? That actually seems like it may be useful, but I don't understand it enough to consider it right now. Best. Northwest. Me in the future. Comprehensive legal services. It's funny, the one that they say best for businesses on a budget. You need a contact for a quote, while all the other ones, if it's cheap, just list the price. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, let's just go with Northwest. I hope it goes fine. Services. Let's see. What will cover your fees? Change? No. Registered agent. Oh. Washington. Nice. So for 5 scans, yeah. So hire them, then apply for my business. So here, I don't want to show the business name quite yet. Let's see. W or not. S. No, actually. No. So on the Washington dashboard, I guess I can show this part real quick. So this signed up for account with the Washington, let's see, where was the other site? Well, each state has like this site. And so here, just basically going to create or register a business, and then on there it provides a little tool that tells me what business names have already been taken. Business Washington Limited Liability Company. I would like to defer my initial report. No, I'll submit my initial report now. Do I already have a UBI? No. Do you already have a name reserved with this office? No. Submit a name for review. So here, I'm going, no, one second. I don't want to say it because if someone sees this, happens to know this a lot more than I do, and is just registers for it in the next day and takes it from me, I'll be so upset. So let's see. Oh, but since it's an LLC, I have to include the term. Yeah, so since it's an LLC, I need to include the term LLC in the name. So I'm not a registered agent, and I'm going to be using a commercial registered agent. Agent type. So this is where we need to start registering for the registered agent. That's silly. So company name, just copy and paste it. Oh, I need to make sure I spell this right. So embarrassing if I missed it. Yeah. So name is spelled right. And actually, let's change it here. So I am getting one in Washington. My company name. It's going to be an LLC, so it has to have LLC in the name. Do we want to send a copy of lawsuits to my attorney? I don't have an attorney. We will file your beneficial. What is this? Beneficial. So one thing they're asking is, I'll actually change pages with this one. So as I'm signing up, they're saying if I want them to file my beneficial ownership information. I don't know what that is. Resources. Services. What is BOI? I honestly do not know what it is.
Listen, there's a good chance somebody's trying to...
Hmm. Oh, I see. Okay, so let me. Yeah, so I think I'll just let them file it. Yeah, it's only $9. Or actually $9. Should I file it myself? How do I file? So, oh, yeah, it's actually straightforward, I think. So reporting launched on January 1st. Perfect, just in time to meet all these requirements. The reporting will have a reporting company created or registered. Oh, okay. 90 days after receiving. Yeah, so I have 90 days. Next year, people will have 30 days. We'll have until January. There's no fee for submitting it. Where access. Yeah, I think I can submit it myself. It'll be a fun exercise. So after registering, within 90 days, file BOI. So I can do it myself, save $9. Continue. Now place my contact information. I live in the United States. My mailing address. Okay. So continue. Account. This is going to be my email address. And here I'm going to use password manager. Here I'll have it do a random password. And this will be my password. Continue. We will provide everything you need. Domain name registration, 1 year for free, website hosted by us, owned by you. Oh, it's 90-day trial. Should I though? I can get a free domain name registration. Nah, I don't want to deal with it. I know what I know, and it'll just be easier to go that way. Protect your brand's name, logo, phrase, or design with the USPTO. I could just file my own USPTO 250. Oh, got it. Okay, so optional items. Existing, change your name. No, we'll file your annual report for you. What does that mean? Washington. Compliance filing. Northwest. Registered agent alien. What is this? What is this? What is this? Most states registered. Once a decade? What? Stock issued. So let's see. In Washington, annual anniversary, last day of the month. Oh, so it's about a year. Yeah, and it's not that expensive. I believe it's like $5. Overhead, yeah. So this is part of the overhead, like annual report. Once a year, $5. Washington LLC. Within, before the expiration. $60. Yeah, so that's not that bad. Cool. So I'll file my own annual report. They don't. It's funny because they don't list the fee. They just say, "Oh, we'll do this for you. We'll do this for you." Sure. There's no like fee, but if you like look on another part of their website, it says $100 to file and state fees. So it's, I don't know, it seems a bit hidden to me, but whatever. Yeah, cool. I think it's all good to go. Washington. Spelled the name right. Put in my contact information. Have an account. Don't need business identity stuff. I'll make that my own. Now payments. And card number. Okay, actually I'm gonna pause it because I feel like by the sounds of the keyboards clicking, people are gonna somehow hack me in the future. Okay, so just waiting for it to process. I'm not gonna show the screen, but it's tempting to like refresh it because nothing's happening. Is it frozen? I'll just wait for it to finish. So I'm not a registered agent. I'm going to be using a commercial one. And I believe, yes, we need to wait for it to process and see what type of agent it is. Do you have a certificate of formation? So I need that. What did we need to have? We needed articles. Yes, a certificate. No. What's a certificate? I don't know what that is. Duration, executor. Didn't I write that down somewhere? Huh, I guess not. Just need it to finish. Huh. What happened to it? I don't even know if it finished. There's another bug. When my wife and I moved into this apartment, it was so disgusting. They just had bugs flying everywhere. The clothing moths. Let me see if I don't know what happened. Did it go through? I have an account. Oh, okay. So they're just really deceptive. So it starts, ends on the 6th. I have them. Change your existing. Okay, so Theory LLC, and I just go over here. I look for commercial registered entity, their entity name, search. Okay, they were found. They're in Spokane. Yeah. So this is the right one. Perfect. Now we have a registered agent. Checked off. Next thing. What is certificate of formation? Washington State. Certificate of formation, LLC. Use dark ink. Complete the entire form. Mail, payments, expedite service, business name. Yeah, so this certificate of formation is basically what I'm filling out online. So I think I don't have a prepared one. If you have any other provisions you would like to include in your formation. So what is this? Washington State Provisions LLC. What are provisions? Provisions definition. You would like to include in your formation. I don't know what this means. Yeah, time to ask the smart people. ChatGPT. So, chat, I am filing for an LLC. The State website asks, what is this? To include additional rule stipulations that govern the operation beyond the basic information. Management structure, succession planning, voting rights, distribution of profits, admission of new members, dissolution among members. Yeah, no, I don't have like anything else. Do you have a prepared certificate? Filing record to form. Yeah, just making sure this is what I'm filing on there. Yeah, so this is, without showing like my other screen, this is essentially what I'm filling out. Right now, I am at the principal office. Oh, they're not even in order as they are here. So I did this part, and principal office, this is what I see now. That I am participants. Okay, time to ask ChatGPT again. I think it's safe to have it over here. What is the principal office? The formation, what is it called? The certificate of formation says place where the are kept. Is this the same as So I think, yeah, I'll use the registered agent for this, as I do not want to be bothered because it is public, so I don't understand why. I won't give it a phone. I will give my email. Let's see. Oh, perfect. So they give me their address, so I can. They're in the United States, that I'm participant. What the heck is that? That I am. Also, what is. Uh, so giving my address, their address here, and their zip code. Spokane, mailing address, same as street address. Yeah, so any papers go there, and yeah, so I do need to provide my email, but I don't want, so I'm gonna have to sign up for an email. Create an account. This is for my business. How much is Google Workspace? $6 per user per month. No, I think I'll just do a Google account. And my first name, last name, I won't put. And this is birthday. Someone's taking it. Username is taken. Do I want to pay $6 a month for an email? No. Oh, okay. Who has signed up for all these emails? Let's see. What? I'm running out of ideas. Hmm. I'm gonna pause it. I need to think about this. Okay, so I decided not to go with Google Workspace. They're trying to charge me like $14 a month. I need to be lean at the start, and I was worried that they were going to take my domain name. So I decided to just go ahead, register my domain with GoDaddy. Just put what domain you want, put your credit card, you own it. Yeah, so now I need to figure out still how to get an email because we need that email for, man, have they timed me out? Okay, they haven't timed me out yet. But I do need to put my email on the filing. How do I put my email? Or what email do I use? Domain, email. Okay, let's just make this simple. Let's just sign up for a Gmail account. Because I don't want to expose any of my current accounts. So this is going to be, let's just say personal use. And we'll just use, I guess, my birthday. I wanted to use the business birthday, but they'll deny it. So okay, you just got a simple one. And let's create new item. This will be create a password, use turning off the history that they save. now I have a Gmail account. So let's see. Cool. Now let's just use this as the, where is it? As our email. Cool. So now we have the principal office filled out. Duration is going to be perpetual. Where is that? So that is duration. We're going to do perpetual. Effective date, date of filing. So as soon as this is filed, my company will be what's the word? There's like this word that I don't know. Effective date, add, I am, what is executor? Principal office. This is not a will. Oh, is that me? For a business, let's see. Executor. You talking about? No, that's not what I mean. Let's see. Person filing and signing. State LLC. Search. Let's search for and what's like a good name? Let's do like, I don't know, spot. No, so I'm trying to search for businesses. I want to see what information is revealed because I don't want my information to be just spammed. So I'm wondering where people can even access this sort of information. Business entity, search, register business. Principal, yeah, so you, Oh, so maybe executor isn't shown. Conduct a review. Locate. Okay, so actually I need to do this on mine. Let's see. So we do CC. And my password is this. Now, and they said once you go here, specify the item. Scroll to the corporate search. Corporate business search. Maybe it says business name. Contains, begins with. Let's do Spot. I feel like there's people with the name Spot. Okay, so here are some of them. A spot of color. Let's just look at the first one. Let's not take too long. So business name, business type, principal office. Huh. So I would have thought this was registered. Oh, this is a registered agent. Oh. And expiration date, information, active. So for mine, I just put my registered agent, jurisdiction, nature of business is real estate, and governors. Cool. Yeah, so I don't think that an executor's information is going to be public, so I can just put my stuff. So I'm an individual. My name is Francisco. And okay. So I've added myself as an executor. Now as a governor, I am a governor. I'm an individual. So I've added myself. My nature of business. What am I doing? I am, what's any lawful purpose? Is any lawful of business? I'm not giving it enough context, but I want to see what it says. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Any lawful purpose. And actually maybe two. So any lawful purpose and other services, professional, scientific, or technical. Yeah, so two. Return address for this filing. Attention, email, confirmation email. Do you have additional documents to upload? So let's see. So my email. This. So return address, I'll just put my current apartment. Let's see. Okay. So I have that. Do you have additional documents? I don't have any. Bye. So I only want to receive email documents. I'm an authorized person. What does that mean? Title. Is title in a form? Oh, no. Continue. So I don't have a UBI number, my business name, registered agent. I don't have certificate of formation because that's what I'm filling out. Duration is perpetual. It starts today. Oh, effective date. Oh, no, that's today. I'm the executor. I'm the governor. My nature of business is any lawful purpose. I also put professional, scientific, technical services. Put a return address for the filing. Email opt-in. Huh. But actually, what about like the before filing articles of incorporation? And yeah, this is actually summarized. So I've done that, prepared, yup, and you should have an operation. Yeah, I don't have multiple people, so I don't know if I need articles. Let's ask chat. What are, I don't know, articles of am a single owner of my LLC. Do I need this? No. What? Articles? I said articles of organization. Yeah. No. You should have an operating agreement. No, wait. This is the second document. But what about articles of organization? I'll leave that open, but give me like a template. Must file a COF. What's a COF? Certificate of formation, yeah. This also seems helpful. But this is all relevant for Washington State. This one, I think they had templates. Start /certificate, name your LLC, designate, file initial reports. What about articles? Oh wait, let's go back here. Start analysis. Then they have operating agreement. So they have templates for this. Cool. So I have this, I don't know where to put it. This is what I was looking for, but let's go here first. It must be filed with the state to form So at minimum, you'll need your principal and organizer. Some states have additional requirements. But one thing I'm curious about. Can you submit organization after red? persons who sign all domestic can file this when or within. So I should do this now. Okay. And yeah, okay. So let's actually do this now. I'll take a break. Come back to it. Other provisions, so I'm gonna have to include this as files must be reviewed. Yeah. So I'll work on these. Articles of organization and where was it? Yes, I need to go through these two. So I'm gonna take a break. We'll go through these files, set it up, submit the form, my what is it? The corporation, I don't even know the name. Submit the certificate of formation. There we go. And then after that, pay for it. And then I guess we'll get the business license before register. Yeah, after register. Yeah, okay, got it. Yeah, so afterwards, get the business license, get tax ID numbers, open up a business bank account. So let's pause this. Okay, so let's get started. We have these forms to fill out, which I'll fill out on the other screen. We can just go through the, where is it? So the first form, am I timed out? Oh, I got timed out. Let me see. Actually, let's just fill it out. I think operating agreement was second. Articles of organization was first. And articles of organization. So here, we'll need your LLC's name, registered. Some states have additional agreements, requirements. Your business name, so the name of my business. Should be here. Yeah, so the name isn't taken. Term of duration. This is perpetual. Yeah, I spelled that right. What am I looking at? Articles of organization. Yeah. Yeah, their form isn't in the same order as what they're showing, but let's go through it. The purpose should just say to conduct any and all lawful is to conduct to state statute. Okay, so their form already says a purpose for which this company is organized to conduct any lawful business pursuant to state statute, but not blank, including but not limited to. So for mine, What should I put here in my article of organization? So Washington LLC, articles of organization. Annual report. Certificate of formation, operating agreement. Okay, so maybe I do need to log in again. So that's this, and RRC, registered agent. Nature of the business. I can't find anything about the articles of organization. I don't even know where I read that now. Where did I read that? Or organization, oh, confederation. Articles of organization, SBA. Maybe it was here. Find out what you need to register your business. Federal agencies, register. Yeah, so this is where I saw it from. Organization template. Finance. Other. Yeah, I don't think I need articles of organization. But let's see. Washington LLC state statute. Let's see if I can find it, because otherwise it's under state statute RCW title 20.15, including but not limited to. Yeah, so then here I'll just put including but not limited to. Where are we? This is articles of organization. Okay, actually I think I'll leave this out. It seems like it's not necessary. This is the file I'm filling out. So I'll just do operating agreement. For okay, actually, let's not be lazy. Maybe this is important. So I'll just do it. Get it over with. Professional, scientific, and technical services. Professional, scientific, and technical services. The name of the registered agent. So my registered agent was this. And their address. So let's see, principal office. Mailing address. And then members. So members was me, but it's asking for my address. Member. Duration, executor. I'll just put the Gmail. For instance. And total amount of cash contributed to the company. I'll just say I'll put in 1,000. Property, cash, value 1,000. Additional contributions. And due date, let's just say like end of April. 4-30-2024. Liability, yup. Additional provisions, nope. I dated this. And then my signature, which I don't know how I'll do. I believe I can sign. Annotate signature. So tools, annotate signature, manage signatures. Oh, that's so weird. It looks so bad. So I got my signature, and we have the name, perpetual, registered agent, principal office and mailing address, my name and email address, amount of cash, cash value, my liability, no other provisions. Great. So I have my article of organization. Now for operating agreement, be stated in the company's formation documents, company will continue perpetually. this was for, yeah, after death. Oh, okay, I see. So I'm gonna contribute 1,000. Management of the business. The member is responsible. The liability is limited according to state law. So certification of member, understanding knowledge by the member as of this day of February 2024. My name. Tools, annotate, signature. So there's an exhibit 1 where it just states what you're contributing. Again, I'm putting 1,000 into this, and certification of member. So let's see. This was operating agreement. Profit losses. Nice. Creditors would just get distributions only until the debt is paid off. Nice. Dissolution, you can end. Solid. So I think this is also my signature tools. Annotate, signature. Okay. Yo, how many bugs are there? Okay, so we have this filled out as well. I'm gonna save, close them both. Let me actually pause. Okay, those were good. Just wanted to check it without accidentally opening them. And then I'm just going to attach those two files. I have additional files, upload file, my downloads, I have articles, so I have operating agreement, and then I have articles of organization. Cool. So those are good now. Okay. So I guess, oh, look up. My name is available again after all this time if it wasn't. Oh, I need to fill out some things again. So, let's see. Perpetual date of filing. I am the executor. Oh, okay. So that filled it out automatically. Executors information is not shown. Okay, governors is. Okay, so now I'm ready to check out and file. Wait, actually, what is the gee. Initial report? Simply for which you would like to file? No. Okay, so proceed to check out and payer information. Okay, I'm pause it again. Type credit card. So my LLC has been filed. And I guess I just gotta wait till they review it. So I got an email and we'll see. So now that's filed. So we have done this. We filled out these documents. This isn't applicable, but let me actually include the business licenses and SBA. So I didn't have any licenses that were applicable to me, but there's that. Understand what licenses and permits are needed. State C after so that's that. Registered. Okay, so I can close this. Now I just need to wait, see what happens, and then get tax ID numbers, get a business license, open up a business account. Exciting. And registered, sign up for domain name. And let me actually do that here. For domain name, list of accredited registrars. How do you pronounce that? But anyways, registered. Now, gotta review existing resources. And so what I'm gonna do for that, go through all these resources, and for each of them, have like a little explanation, like, let's see. And I'll probably upload this as well, just to share it. So, this will be available to people. I need to clean it up a little bit first before I upload it. This as well. Once I start working on it, I'll upload it. So for each of these resources, I'm going to go through it for 10 minutes, basically see what it's about, if it's useful to me right now, and if it is, I'll have it on my radar. If it's not, I'll make it something that I come back to. I'll note down when it would be useful. And yeah. And then I also need to start a project on freelancing. So basically what I've been following, like this folder structure that I've been following for MarchToStartup, is essentially what I'm set up for freelancing. It just helps me stay organized and know when I have to do tasks for each different project. So it's all I don't even know how to pronounce the word right now. Compartmentalized. What's the word? Compartmentalized?
Compartmentalize.
I need to hear this. Compartmentalize. There's like no flow between the T and the
Compartmentalize.
Compartmentalize. It just seems like they stuck two words together. It's so weird. But anyways, here we are. Yeah. So, new project. start this. Actually, let me write this as a checklist. Review. What do I think I can do today? So, starting project for freelancing, that's a lot of overhead. Build my portfolio. Oh, I see a bug. I lost it. I could start a project, a lot of overhead. Think about how to build my portfolio. Not sure about that. Freelance. Okay, I need I need to start the other things before that. I could review courses. Yeah, I think that seems more doable. And should I keep recording though? I think, yeah, I can record, let's say, like 20 minutes of it, just reviewing like maybe 2 of them. And then the rest I'll just work offline. I see a bug. Okay. So, just making sure I document all the resources I used, how to start an LLC, yeah. So that was this one with all the forms on it. Yep. And yeah, I guess this is okay. This is this is Washington State. There's this, yeah. So all of that is now good. Yeah, so that just needs to be reviewed. I can close everything else. I have a domain name, and I'm gonna need to use that. So I'm actually gonna wait until it's approved, until I reveal like the name of the business and my domain name. So now open up my YouTube. Okay, actually, let me open up a different browser. Yeah, is this the one with like no history? Cool. So learning and resources. Or is this stacked? Yeah, that's fine. See where this takes. Oh. Behind the brand. Why is it opening up over there? So let's go through 3. Let's stop the music. Rihanna's probably singing right now. And get behind the brand to learn how to build your brand. Get behind the brand. Get smarter and more money by listening to my. And it's about innovators, entrepreneurs. Backstage pass inside the strategy and marketing. Focuses on It seems useful, but at what point is it useful? About marketing. Popular. Mel Robbins. Is that Anthony Robbins' wife? How and get unstuck. So he's a solid person. I've heard. Robert. I don't know if I trust Kevin O'Leary. Who else do I recognize? I don't know about this guy. He seems okay. But like Seth Godin is so far like the most solid person. Is Martha? No, that's not Martha Stewart. Who else does he have on here? And Anthony Robbins, Tony Robbins. Simon is okay. Right now I'm saying okay, like I'm familiar with them and they seem like good, trustworthy people. Russell Wilson. Let's see what Seth has to say.
I care about what touches my skin.
What can other brands learn from this particular case study? We stand for this. People like, well, source by price. Why would I pay $200 extra to go a block away? I don't. So what's the value of a brand? The value of a brand is how much extra am I paying above the substitute? And if I'm not paying extra, you don't have a brand. Here we are. Hey. It's that time again. It feels like every year we get back together and we chit-chat a little. You're like Santa Claus, but with wisdom and insight. Once a year you show up to my chimney and we have a conversation. I was looking forward to this. I'm not going to ask you how you got this job this time because after half a dozen times, I think I know the story. But I do want to know about this book. I want to know, I've always thought of you as the godfather of marketing. If Peter Drucker is, old school, not outdated, but just like, he came before, he's the previous generation. I always think of Seth as the new generation. Kiss the ring. And so, help me understand. This seems to me to be like the quintessential book on marketing. Well, what's your take? The thing is, I don't do any consulting because I don't have a business. And what I love to do is find people I care about who are doing work that I'm proud of and give them free advice. How can they achieve their goals? And
by undoing the marketing of marketing. You have to undo.
To me, if I were to say it, I would say brand marketing or advertising, because to me, one is a push.
Feels risky. But it was brilliant. It was brilliant because at the level Nike.
Yeah, so this doesn't seem immediate. Like I don't see any episodes that are just like, watch this. You need this before you start a business. But there's some that seem like I could just listen to it on a bus ride. How many videos does he have? Oldest, 13 years. Oh, wow. Guy Kawasaki. Justine. I mean, maybe he had some solid ones back in the day, actually. Okay, so let's put it like focuses on strategy and marketing. Videos seem a bit not podcasty, but like all over the place. Yeah, best advice. This is like kind of videos I want.
Thank you so much for watching Behind the Brand. I want to give a special shout out to my friends at Pixability for making this episode possible. And don't forget to subscribe. It actually makes a huge difference to convince the people that don't believe you can watch awesome content like this for free on YouTube. Hope you enjoy the next episode. Thanks for watching.
Hey, I'm Jeffrey Hazlett, and you are watching Behind the Brand.
I am Brian Elliott. Welcome to another edition of Behind the Brand. Today I'm here with global business celebrity Jeffrey Hazlett. Jeff, welcome to the show.
Hey, it's good to be here, and it's always good to be a global business celebrity.
Let's talk to
2 out of 5.
audience a little bit, people who are the up and coming, the future generation. What advice would you give them, whether they're entrepreneurs or have a startup or they're working for the man right now and plotting in their garage, to escape? What advice would you give them?
Yeah, first of all, the biggest advice I can give to most people who are plotting and planning the next big move is there's no shortcuts. I said it earlier that it's hard work because it's hard, and it's supposed to be hard. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. So you're going to have to do the things. There's always a step of crawl, a step of walk, and a step of run. And you can move through those steps faster, but you're going to have to do all 3 steps. You can't move all the way to having a baby. You got to have 9 months of pregnancy in order to deliver that baby. You can't get 9 women pregnant each 1 month and then have a baby much sooner. You have to go through the steps, and that's the key thing that you're going to have to learn about starting a business and running a business is you're going to have to cover all the bases and do all the steps, and it's hard work.
All right, we've been spending a little time with Jeffrey Hazlett.
Yeah, so if whenever I have time, basically pop in like one of the good videos I find. Select videos. So yeah, videos I find, those are the ones I'd listen to. Now, what is Startup Grind? Largest community to connect. Do this daily through our local events. Ooh. Programs. Partnerships. No events found. These sorts of things are only as good as the people that they bring in, and I'm not sure about the quality of people that they bring in. I haven't heard about any of these startups. Let's see. What about, let's assume I'm an investor. What's going to bring me towards this? Yeah, I don't know. Wait, what about their startup programs? What's that like? Oh, that's just member benefits, investors. Oh, this one's pretty good. What are some of these? Sequoia. I don't know what that is. If you notice, this investment place is an LLC. That's 1 point for LLCs. But yeah, there's some investors that are good, like Anderson Horowitz, I believe. And I see Sequoia. Horowitz. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'll learn eventually. So this has been around 11 years. Oh, is that Steve Blank? Ooh. First time entrepreneurs. Silicon. So it started off strong with Steve Blank. And I'm not familiar with these other names, but that might be on me. Let's see. Popular, what's popping here? Sam Altman, how to get funded by YC Combinator. Apple on top 10.
Because dogs eat every day. This is not B2B, this is B2C. Or
Ben,
more
ooh.
accurately. So, 1%, a mere 1%.
Brian Johnson.
Worst case, 1% of 150 million.
Actually, let me see this first.
I think the same thing, same principle as brain.
What? So he's the guy doing Blueprint, and he looks completely different now. Younger's here. He's the guy that gets a lot of flack for saying he looks like a vampire. Yeah, right now he looks so sickly. He looks so different. Okay, anyways.
Cans of dog food today, 1.5 million cans of dog food per day, conservatively speaking. I hear plans along these lines every day. I bet many of you have said this, right? 6 billion people in China. How hard could it be to just get 1% of that? You realize how big we'll be if we just get 1% of the people in China? How hard could that be? Huge mistake.
Yeah, so it seems a lot better than.
There's two mistakes in this. It's hard to get 1%, believe it or not. And also, I don't think any potential investor wants to hear that the focus of your company is to get a mere 1%. Two sort of contradictory problems with that. So I think that the solution is to always calculate from the bottom up. Should always do a bottom-up analysis. So the bottom-up analysis on selling dog food online would be...
Has interviews of
let's see,
solid
we'll open
people.
up a website using our black hat.
That's actually solid advice. Huh, okay. So it has interviews of solid people on solid topics. We'll need to do some selecting, but rating, let's say, like, because there is some selection, so let's say 2.5 out of 5. That, let's say 2.5 is like average. So let's see if these other ones have that sort of hit rate. This one is popular. Let's see popular. So slideshow, yeah, that's good. Or actually, let's see what it's about. Helping people, family man, getting laid off, successful online business and on architecture, passive income, $6 million in earning, software. But he is focusing on a lot of like affiliate marketing, books, coaching, public speaking, advertising. That's not really how I want to make my money. Yeah, and his focus is a lot on podcasting. So this I would rate even lower than my previous ones. So he focuses on the YouTuber's journey. Be like 1 to 2 use. Not really. Well, they're useful, but really makes it seem like it's better than the other ones. So maybe 1 to 2 useful videos for me. Let's be nicer. 1 to 2 relevant videos for me. Rating 1 out of 5. Yeah. How old is his YouTube? 14 years. Wow. His initial videos actually seem a lot more relevant to me. Yeah, so maybe some of his initial. So it's just a matter of searching which ones are most relevant to me and doing it quickly, and then just like popping it when I'm popping it, but like popping on some headphones when I'm traveling. Okay. So I think that's how I'll finish this video. I'll still probably be going over other YouTube channels offline. Just trying to make as much progress as I can. Yeah, so tomorrow I'll share my progress. Once I finish all that, I'll upload it. Let's see. And then the goal tomorrow, I think the main goal, like if we want to eat our frog, which if you're not familiar is just like do whatever is most important first. Eating our frog tomorrow looks like starting this project and having an idea of what our portfolio is going to look like. So probably starting the project. Yeah, starting the project is probably going to take the most time because I know there's YouTube videos, there's starting the project because of the plan that I have to make for freelancing and starting to go through some of the initial resources that I have to go through. And then I'm probably going to dedicate 30 minutes at the end of whatever time I have tomorrow to start building a portfolio. I don't want to put off like actual development. I want to get to it as soon as possible. So we'll start doing that tomorrow. And when I say actual development, these are going to be applications that I'm actually going to use or applications that I'm actually going to sell. So it's going to be like a two uses. It's going to be for my portfolio and it's going to be useful. And at some point, I'm probably going to have to learn web development to make my LLC page and then make my portfolio page for my own website. Yep. All right, cool. So just a brief recap. If you skip towards the end, what we did today, we initially looked at the plan from yesterday. And essentially I broke down my future steps into two things. First, I realized that I need to start up. And what that means is I need to develop a product that's going to make me money. And the first thing that I actually want to do before I even get there is LLC, because my ideas for startups are apps. And as soon as I build them, I just want to push them, publish them, and not think about too much about the LLC. So it literally took me yesterday and today to decide I want to do an LLC, and I filed the papers today. So now that that's done, so let me take a step back. So I'm going to start up, have my business structure or vehicle, which is an LLC, which we filed today. And then the next things are just getting in the right headspace or having the right mindset. And for me, that's starting to review a bunch of resources that I have. So right now, in the past 20-30 minutes, we went over some YouTube channels and started to see what's going to be useful. And once, getting the right headspace, and eventually we're going to get to making things. But first, before that, I need to prepare to freelance because I need to support myself and my wife, pay rent, pay bills, and build some capital. I have student loans, but more importantly, when I have an idea, I need to have money to act on that idea. If, for example, I need to pay like for some server, some service that is going to help me like for an app or a website, if I need to pay for hosting or something, I need to have money to pay for that. And the two ways for me right now are either freelancing or getting a job. Right now I have a PhD. I'm working in a PhD, and I am also a TA for the next 4 months, so that the getting a job isn't very likely or feasible. So freelancing seems like the best opportunity. And my plan for freelancing is essentially build a portfolio by March. In April, start freelancing. If I'm not making enough, work a little bit harder in May. if I'm not making enough and it doesn't seem like I can push through in June, then just cut my losses, ramp up for industry interviews. So work someplace like Microsoft or Costco that only requires 30 to 40 hours of work on a minimum, because those jobs easily pay close to 100,000 consistently, so I can pay off loans, pay off rent, and also build capital. Yeah, so that's essentially my plan. Freelancing. And in the process of freelancing, which is actually pretty nice, in the process of freelancing and building my portfolio, I'm actually going to start making applications that I think are useful to me. So I probably won't go through the full sort of process of a startup for these applications. They're more or less going to be, they're useful to me, maybe my family, and so I'm going to make them. They're going to be in my portfolio. I'm going to charge for them like a few dollars. Maybe start making some money now. So yeah, pretty good progress so far. See y'all tomorrow.